Hey guys, we are in the house here. I'm going to do that gear review that any of you that have seen all or most of my videos to date, I said I would do. I hope this turns out good. I'm just going to kind of hold the camera in front of me, and I hope the wide angle gets it all. So if you're seeing this, I guess it did, because I don't have to redo it. I guess I'll just start off. I don't have all the gear yet. I don't have any boots, and I don't have any pants, riding pants. I am gonna get those. I talked in a video a while back about which kind of pants I want to buy, and it's just kind of hard because I can't find them in a store to really look at or try on, find a size. And the boots, although they are important, are kind of just at the bottom of the list. Pants are going to come first. Even some gloves will probably come next, and then I'll probably get the riding boots. No plans on like a full leather one-piece suit, because I don't plan on going on track days. But what I do have, start with the gloves I do wear. They're just mechanics wear gloves. They're pretty thin, so they're not really going to stop me from getting scraped up, but they do help my hands against the grips and handlebars. And I've got the yellow, just, try to keep people aware. Maybe the bright colors, they can see my hands a little bit. But none of it's fluorescent, it's just gray, black, like silver gray, and the fluorescent. Next, I do have the Icon Device jacket. I got it on sale. I'm not sure if they make the jacket anymore, if it was just a year old. It's not waterproof, but it is. They're mesh. Those of you that don't know the jackets, they're mesh material. It's got padding, a little bit of padding in the shoulders, some on the upper shoulder, in the elbow, and on the back. Zip up pockets. Some spots, if you can see it, are a little darker than others. I just got caught in the rain. So as I could tell you, it's not waterproof, but I didn't get soaked, but I could feel it kind of coming through. Few little pockets. I'm not really sure what these little ones are for. It's got one zip up one. I've had my iPod, stuff like that in there, and just had my headphones coming through the top. It does come with this. It's like 100 degrees out, so I'm not wearing it right now, but it does come with this extra layer inside. It just zips in all the way around, and has a couple buttons as well to hold it in. It's an extra, you miss the zipper pocket, but you got another little one here. It's just an extra vest layer for wind. But again, since it's so hot out, I'm actually letting as much air into the jacket as I can. Helmets, I'll start first with this one. Way back at the beginning of my channel, in the beginning of when I rode, this is the helmet I wore. It's a Bell helmet, Bell GTX race car helmet from back when I raced. And say it's like a open wheel sprint car helmet. So it was okay in the wind. The actual chin piece here works great in race cars and not so great on motorcycles. It's designed in the race car to actually hold your head down and steady, but on the motorcycle, there's just you're too high up, and a lot of air actually got caught kind of underneath that, and it kind of felt weird. The aerodynamics of the helmet for what it was built for worked, and I kind of felt the helmet pressed on down to the top of my head, but then all the air coming underneath that lip on the bottom, it was almost just more or less trying to take my head off my shoulders, but the helmet was firmly planted to the top of my head. So this is what I wore. I had the GoPro on the side. I took the mount off. And that's about it for this one. I don't think you can see too much. Plenty of padding, but it's, like I say, it's not a motorcycle helmet per se. But that's what I had at the time, so that's what I wore. And now I have the Scorpion EX, I believe, 5 EXO, and it's the 510. I know the 410 is pretty popular, and I think the 510 is just the new version. But I mean, it was $170 compared to $300 or $400 Bell helmets or the $600 Shoei helmets. Now, being cheaper, you do get a little bit less. It's hard to say quality because the helmet's held up great. There's nothing wrong with it yet. See if I can show you inside of it. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit light on the padding on the inside on top. So when I wear it for a while and take it off, I have quite a bit of helmet hair with those grooves, those 2 grooves in there. It does, I really doubt you're going to see it, but it does have some indent spots for speakers to go in. It's got they're decent cheek curtains. It doesn't have the back neck roll, but it does have the cheek curtains, and it does have the chin curtain. The helmet is, bear with me on the camera, the helmet is a lot quieter than the Bell. My head stays nice and straight. Aerodynamically, it's built well. I think it loses out compared to the couple higher dollar helmets, and especially the Shoei on, I think, the wind noise going over the outside. And obviously, as all helmets do, when I have the vents open like they are, I got 2 little vents here, and this vent in the front. And with the vents open, there is quite a bit more noise than without. Sorry, I keep moving the camera there, but overall, as I said, it's a lot quieter than the Bell, and I think for the money, it's probably one of the quieter helmets within the price range. One thing this helmet does have within the value that I think helped the value of this helmet for me, for the price range, it does have the collapsible visor, sun visor, and I like that because I do wear glasses and I don't have to switch to my sunglasses for under the helmet. So if I'm riding daytime or just kind of dusk, evening time, I can put this shield down, and then when the sun goes down, I can just flip it up mid-ride. That, and when I'm on my motorcycle, if I'm going to work or coming from work, I don't have to have my glasses and my sunglasses and try to switch them. If I know I'm going inside a building or somewhere where I don't need sunglasses, I can just simply wear my glasses and flip the shield down. GoPro is on the side, And one thing this helmet also has, can't see too much, the red kind of dot is airbags in the cheek curtains. Not in the curtains, but in the cheeks pads. It fits me pretty good. But sometimes if I'm going to be on the highway a lot, or if it gets windy, kind of mid-ride, I'll pump them up just to keep the helmet a little bit tighter on my cheeks. And then you just would push right here. It has a release for when you take the helmet off. The shield, I'm not going to do it with one hand, but to remove the shield, it's pretty much just a quick flip of each side of that piece right there, and that'll come off, and you can change out the shield. I haven't really checked out the options for shields, but with the sunshade, the clear one is fine for me. But that's really about it. I ride with a backpack, just kind of keep everything in my backpack. Occasionally I'll go without it, and I'll put everything in the pockets of my jacket. That's about it. Gray motorcycle, so I got the gray helmet. The jacket I bought online, or through online, so there are only limited colors, and ended up with that one to match the bike. And like I said, again, the gloves are just, instead of all black, they got some color to them, so hopefully somebody could see my hands if I'm waving, giving a turn signal or a stop signal. And just the extra layer. And I'll try to give you guys updates, as always, if I get pants, when I get pants, when I get boots, or any other kind of, if I get a new helmet or a new jacket or anything like that, I'll kind of give you guys an update and give a comparison between the two. Now that I kind of have some things to compare to now, but that's really the first set of motorcycle gear I've ever bought, aside from dirt bike gear. So I can't compare this to anything. I can just simply say for the value of the helmet at $175 is what I paid for it. I think it's a really good helmet. So far, it's held up. Already on the R6, I'm up to 1,700 miles or so. And I had this helmet since day one with the R6. So it's got 7 months and 1,700 miles on it, and nothing's ever came off of it or failed yet. The jacket's a little bit less, but it does okay. It lets a decent amount of air in. For being a jacket, lets more air in than leather, but it's not waterproof. So if you live in a climate that has more rain, then you might want to get either a leather jacket, and I'm sure some leather jackets aren't even waterproof either. So you might just want to get a waterproof rain jacket. And definitely, if you're going to do track days, get the leather, because the mesh will only stand up to so much before it rips. But I'm a proponent of gear. I don't have it all, just for funding, cash flow, and so I don't want to be a hypocrite and preach real hard about it, because I don't have all of it. But I will say I did tip my bike over once. That's been shown. There's a video with the damage to it. And I was going really slow, but I mean 10 miles an hour or less, it ripped my jeans, scuffed up. I had same pair of gloves, same gloves but different pair. It didn't rip through those, but it scuffed them up pretty good. And I never hit my arms or my elbows on the ground or anything like that. But more or less, it was basically, it just fell over. Is how slow I was going. and it's easy to see if you go down on a motorcycle just one time, or if you remember, when you were younger, you crashed your bicycle. I mean, who knows how fast you were going on there? Anywhere probably from 5 miles an hour to 15, maybe 20 if you're going down a big hill. But I mean, if you remember back and how much damage that can do and how much that hurts, more gear is better. It just is. And like I say, I'm planning on getting more, and I'll let you guys know when I get it and what I got, and I'll do reviews on that. And if I ever get a chance to test something, whether I get to take it home or I just get more or I buy it, not just reviews of what it is, but I could then start to do some comparisons. So let me know what kind of gear you guys have, what gear you might suggest for the millionth time. I'm looking for some pants first, so let me know if you guys have pants, what it is, what they are, kind of cost, because budget wise is why I don't have it. But give me some suggestions, and if you have any more questions about any of the gear that I have, if you're looking at maybe the helmet or the jacket, or any other questions about gear in the future as I do reviews, feel free to ask me and I will let you know either what the fact is or what my opinion is about it. And that's going to be about it for now, for today, guys. So ride safe, wear your gear, and I should see you guys on the next ride.